your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Clemson Tigers, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Tulane Green Wave. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Grab behind the line. It's Etienne. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Tulane now facing third and forever. It'll be a draw. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Clemson's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question, it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physical.
It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Power football with the run. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for space, it's Lawrence. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chain. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline saying, give me the ball, I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
Brown wants to pass. Got some room headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tigers. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Well, the offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So the final tally on that drive will be 31 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Hands it off on the counter. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. Brown will throw it. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, they block it. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wants to throw. It's Leach. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Tulane right back to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Robbins. The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Etienne. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The offense changing the play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback?
Going for it all. Touchdown, Tulane. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Illinois. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Breaks into the open. At the 20. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And guys, the defense's head might be spinning a little bit after giving up that huge gain on the first play. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to pass, it's Leach. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. It's a draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to attack. He's going for the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Leach. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Tackled there by the defense. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He's got his man across the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. He's going to run it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Etienne. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first. Turning it on. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Buys a little time with his feet. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you?
About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Galladay. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. Back to pass. It's Leach. He'll throw it. Got his man. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Back to pass on second down. Here comes the heat. Finds a man on the left. Running free. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability.
He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Tigers. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the returner will be brought down. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking for space. It's Robbins. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Green Wave lining up, facing third and long. Back to throw, it's Leach. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab deep. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Let's go. Wants to go up top on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Quick strike complete. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking for a crease. It's Etienne. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. He splits the uprights.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Grab near the marker. It's Galladay. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Finding an escape route. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Right back to the well.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He's got him. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Tulane comes to the line needing less than a yard on 3rd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Makes it past the marker. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Still running at the 35. Breaks into the open. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And this bounces out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback and a turnover. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on first and goal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Second and goal for this offense. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking for room. It's Galladay. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Trying to barge in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on third down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this streak is going to continue.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing ball, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Brown wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Pass to Sticks, still on his feet. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll return it. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the grab close to the logo. And the returner goes down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Turning it on! And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UMass has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Amherst. They're by 21 to Illinois. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Punch it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Leach. Oh, they're after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Rushes on him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through Week 7.
We've been